check out how pretty these lilies are. You see these lilies over here?
Yep.
They all just started to bloom today.
Hey.
Hey, you ready to go in?
Yep, let's do this. Through the pink door.
Look at that rose. Y'all can't even see it up there. These roses are insane. The green beans went insane while we were gone. We have definitely got a lot of picking and preserving to do here. Some of these though got too big while we were gone, so I will leave these on the vine just to save the seeds from. But look at this. I mean, this whole trellis is up, Nate.
Yeah, I know.
All the way down there.
That's exciting. More green beans.
Yeah, I know. I know. Gaber, everything in the raised bed garden has shot up while we were gone. So that means a fall garden tour is officially on the list of things to do.
Girl, there's zinnias.
We have got a ton of volunteer zinnias coming up. I will let these just stay until the frost kills them. They're absolutely stunning. Oh, look. Is that a little praying mantis on there?
I believe so.
How cool. These beans are starting to pop up. Oh, I gotta show you the radishes real quick. I mean, check out this garden full of food.
Hey, this is not a garden tour. We had a, point.
Had a mission in mind.
Yeah.
Alright, well, before we get to our mission, check out the stinking radishes. These things are gonna be huge. I mean, check that out. That's crazy. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm gonna do a garden tour because there's just too many things to show you guys not to do a garden tour. Okay, see, you got distracted
I'm just
too.
saying, squirrel.
Look
Focus here.
at my Greenstalk. Oh my word. The chard, the lettuce. Look how big this is. That's some big
It is big.
leaf lettuce.
Can we sit?
Yeah, so the Greenstalk's doing great. Catch that in the garden tour. Yeah, we can sit. This is on my list of things to do this week, is clean the pavilion. We have been working super hard, really, is what's been going on out in the raised bed garden. So we have all of our tools out here. We've had our soil, our amendments when we're transplanting things out. We have the pots. So I gotta get this cleaned. Also, our animals are so loud right now. Like every single animal on our farm is being cuckoo. Do you hear those roosters?
I hear them.
Alright, so we wanted to hop on here and give you guys a little recap of Homesteaders of America. We got home last night.
Late last night.
Very late last night. We ran into a lot of road construction. And
Late night road construction.
yeah, and it took us forever to get home.
Yeah.
But we got to meet so many of you guys that we wanted to just kind of do a recap video, give you guys each of our highlights and what we loved most about HOA and what we look forward to next year for HOA. So, do you want to go first and kind of give your perspective of HOA and your recap?
Sure. All right, so yeah, HOA. We had a blast. Didn't know what to expect. We wanted to go for so many years, like we keep saying. But wow, I don't think it disappointed. I wasn't disappointed. I mean, I was exhausted after the weekend.
We still are, if you can't tell. The sleepy eyes and the tired faces. We're still trying to regroup on our sleep.
Yeah, a little tired. First of all, just meeting all the people. Holy cow. You guys were amazing. I'm so glad you stopped us, said hi, hello. We met some really good friends out of the deal. You know, it's good to see faces. You know, I read a lot of the comments and you don't exactly get to see, you know, faces.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met some really great people. You know, one thing I was really just impressed with were all the booths, all the social media influencers, that had booths, and they were just so generous and so nice and, easy to talk to. I mean, that was our goal from the start, was to go and just meet some of these people that, we watch through YouTube.
Yeah.
And hear them speak. We didn't get to hear anybody speak, really.
Yeah.
But we did get to meet a few of the speakers. But I think the biggest thing for me was just meeting all of you guys. Honestly, that was so great. We met a really, really fun couple and a friend, and had dinner with them. And my goodness, that was so much fun. Jeff, Candace, and Tina, if you're watching, hello. Got to hang out with the hand-hewn guys. Man, I could hang out with them all day long. They're just good folks and fun to be around. Hostels, thank you very much for just partnering with us, treating us like kings Friday night. I mean, you guys are an amazing company to partner with, and I'd never met any of you guys, just had heard your names and seen the emails, and we really do appreciate that. I mean, that's really it. We the expectations that I had, honestly, were met and far beyond.
Yeah.
I was really, really impressed with HOA and how they put on the event. I think it was bigger this year than they anticipated, but I think they did a fantastic job. And to be honest with you, I mean, the whole drive home, we talked about our plans for next year, and the goal to go next year. Yeah,
so to piggyback what Nathan said, I think the highlight of our trip was getting to meet you guys. Y'all pour into us, and you guys support us. Literally just from purchasing a sticker to watching our videos. What you guys do, in whatever way you do it, is supporting our family and allowing us to continue running this farm, and we appreciate that. But we live in rural Arkansas, right? Hardly any of our fan base is local, and so I think sometimes it's easy to forget the number of people on the other end of this invested in what we're doing. And for me, HOA was just whoa. I was not expecting the amount of people there, but I wasn't expecting the amount of people who supported what we did. And that was so overwhelming in the best way possible. When we got in the car Friday night and drove back to our cabin, we didn't speak. I mean, we just had to process what was going on. And I think sometimes it's easy for us, who are on this side of the camera, to forget our reach and forget how many of you guys are invested in what we're doing. Because like Nathan said, we don't get to meet you guys. And going to an event like Homesteaders of America, you're able to put a face with the name, and you're able to see that when you get up every day or however often you're shooting content, we do this. It really just solidified why we put our lives out there so publicly and want to live our lives with you guys. And it made it special. It was super encouraging to me and motivating. And people like 4 Kids in a Farm, Rachel, I had seen her comment on our videos for years, and getting able to hug her neck made my day. Hostels, we've worked with them for years, and being able to actually meet them in person, and just really get a feel of how great of a company they are and why we're proud to sponsor and work with them. It felt so good. And for me, it was that push and that encouragement that I needed on okay, we're doing exactly what God has called us to do, right? We are right where God wants us. And although we didn't get to go to a single workshop, we were busy meeting all of you guys. That was okay. We didn't leave thinking, oh man, I wish I could have done that and I wish I could have done this. We left thinking, wow, there are so many of you guys who support what we do, and we are so stinking thankful for that. I did get to meet Joe Salatin though, and that was by far the highlight of my entire trip.
I got stuck with the hand-hewn guys while she was meeting Joel Salatin.
Listen, I tracked him down for 2 days. I was dedicated and determined to find him no matter what, and I did. Because he's I told Nathan, I was like, he's a pioneer in our industry, and I've read all of his books, I've listened to all of his podcasts and all of his interviews, and being able to meet him face to face was just wow, the fact that we were in a position where I could meet him face to face was just a really cool thing. But I think more than anything, I came home super tired, but really just encouraged and motivated for the direction of our farm. Like you said, we're already planning on what we want to do next year at HOA and how we can kind of streamline some things and be able to meet more of you. But we did meet so many incredible people. So thank you to every single person who stopped and hugged our neck and took photos with us and told us about your life and where you guys are in your farming or homesteading journey. It really is just so much to take in, but it solidifies so much of what we do. And so a huge thank you to all of you guys.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, like, I'm just ready to hit the ground running. Like, something that we've mentioned to you guys about a dairy animal before we ever bought this farm. But we knew we had to pump the brakes on that. And the brakes are still pumped. But that was one thing, like, we haven't discussed a dairy animal on our farm for a while now. Because it just seems so back burner. But going and, like, hearing, all these other people and just talking to these people and how they're doing things and, what their practices are, we're like, okay, what can we start doing now to make sure that we're building up the pasture to where within the next 2 years this is something we could do? And, how do I streamline the gardens? And, what does he need to do in the pasture so we can add more animals?
Yeah, more than anything, just that discussion on the way home, it really kind of made me want to kick it in gear and make sure that I'm doing all the right things to get some grass and
make sure we're utilizing our property. We met so many of you guys who are doing so much on such a smaller scale than we are. And granted, we are having grace with ourselves, right? We did just close on our house. We just moved here. Like, we know that we're not going to be able to do everything overnight, but I think that we were just kind of in a place of, like, scratching our heads. Like, and I mean, I've been, working on the gardens, but kind of just, like, stagnant in the fact of, like, where do we even start and what do we do next? And I feel like just, even though we weren't able to go to workshops, we were able to talk to so many of you guys who are utilizing the smaller space that you have, some that are bigger than us, them, pouring into us like, hey, you should do this. Hey, have you thought of this? Even just, talking to the hand-hewn guys about what we want our breeder pigs to be like. Like, we just got the ball rolling on so many things that I think you and I came home super motivated to put these practices in place and really implement and do what we need to do to be a really sustainable and self-sufficient farm. And I feel really encouraged by that. I know that I'm actively doing those things in the gardens. I think there are some more things I could be doing, establishing fruit trees. So we talked about maybe putting our orchard in sooner than we had thought.
Yeah, we had talked about starting that next year, but that may be something that we look at creating maybe in the last couple months of this year.
Yeah. I definitely feel like it gave us better direction. I think it encouraged us as a content creator, the one who, I'm shooting the videos, I'm editing the videos, I drag him as long as, often as I can. Sometimes you do the same things all the time, right? And sometimes you can, I think maybe burnout is a good way to put it. You can get burnout in creating content. You can get burnout on a farm. That's very, very common. You're doing the same mundane things all the time. And for me, it just was refreshing. Like, I just was like, okay, I know that this is right where I need to be. I'm doing exactly what I need to be doing. I'm reaching and influencing and touching the people that I need to be touching. And I just came back kind of ready to hit the ground running. Nathan came back ready to hit the ground running. He was saying even today, he's like, okay, well, at the end of this week, I'm going to start spreading more seeds in the pasture. And so I think that you knew kind of on the pastures that was going to be a gradual over time thing. But I definitely could tell your motivation. And when Nathan mentioned to me, like, okay, my goal in the next 2 years is to have a dairy animal, that to me was huge, because Nathan before HOA would have never said that. Nathan was anti-dairy. You guys know, I was like, we need goats, and he's like, no, we don't. And so that to me was kind of cool to see how your perspective had changed a little bit just after talking to different people.
Oh yeah, thank you HOA for lighting a fire. That's what I just needed a fire lit under my rear.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So it was wonderful. We are going to try to catch up on sleep over the next few days, but we've got a lot of stuff in the garden left to do. And that's what my focus is going to be. You're kind of on the pasture production right now.
Pasture production, I've got several projects.
All right, guys. Well, my battery is like about to die. It keeps blinking at me. But that is our recap of HOA. Again, thank you guys so much. Everyone we were able to meet, and those of you who we weren't able to meet, we appreciate what you guys do and how you guys pour into our family every single day. So thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.